Okay, I am going to have the honor of playing moderator. This is Youth Peace Center, Roseland. And I'm excited for this opportunity. We are officially doing our podcast entry. And again, I just wanted to get a chance to do this because I get a chance to talk about something, first of all, that's near and dear to my heart, being around the youth, hearing you guys' perspective. And with that being said, everybody's encouraged to be open and honest. You got to represent for our teammates who unfortunately had some commitments this day. We were scheduled to record and they let me know early, so we got to represent for them. And at the end of the day, I told you guys this before, I'm gonna say it again, please be open and honest, so even for my people without video, thank you for lending your voices, still making this an important commitment. And even if you don't want to be seen, making sure your voice is heard, I appreciate you people too. So, Youth Peace Center Roseland, our podcast topic, since we are Youth Peace Center Roseland, this is an effort aimed at bringing peace and promoting peace within the teen community and beyond. I have a question. Can everybody who lives in Pullman say I? No eyes. Anybody live in West Pullman?
I live by there, but I wouldn't say like West Pullman for real.
Okay, you live by there. So let's do this then. Instead of me going a tally, I'll start with you, Mr. Harris. Thank you for volunteering. With that being said, I have a question for you, sir.
Yeah, okay.
What area would you call your community, first of all?
I would say I stay close to like 95th and Ashland and all that. So it'd probably be like on a cusp of Beverly and Washington Heights, I think.
So, with this being Youth Peace Center focused, I think I'm gonna ask a variation of the same question. Do you feel safe in your area? Is it peaceful?
It's a tricky question. It shouldn't be, but it's like it could be, but it's not all the way. Like it is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? I kind of, the way I move through like the neighborhoods is just like, like I know my neighborhood enough to like at least see somebody and know somebody, know their name. And, we had a conversation before, like, it took me a while to even get to that. It didn't take me that long, but you know what I'm saying? Still a while. I'm 21. So it's just like, um, is it safe? Yeah. I say like out of 10, probably like 7.
Okay. What
Yeah.
stops it from being a 10? What in your mind really quickly do you think could make it a 10 where you feel absolutely comfortable and
Um, I'm not sure for real.
mm,
I'm not even sure just because it's like, everybody, it's just not enough for some people. And it's already like a system going on in the neighborhood, which is kind of very hard to like break.
mm.
So it's just like, learning that and then learning how people take it and just replacing what people like kind of use that system for, or just the resources and, just different things like that. So yeah, I think that's my answer.
Yo, I appreciate you giving me your perspective on that. So I think I'm gonna get another perspective for the podcast. Hey, Mr. Blumenberg,
Yeah,
how are you, sir, first of all?
I'm feeling good, man.
So let me ask you this. Do you ever foresee peace in the community at large? Do you see that ever being a thing? Is it possible to achieve? And if so, how do we get there?
Um, do I see it ever being peace? Honestly, no, I don't. I don't see it ever being peace really, because let's say, well, I know a couple of people, and I know they they get into a lot of things. They get into a lot of trouble. I try to help them stay out of trouble, whatever. you know, but before to be like, let's say for instance, you walking down a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you turn the corner, and then it's people you know you don't like over there. That's the type of stuff that I mean. Like, there's a lot of retaliation, a lot of just hatred going around. So I don't know.
Hmm.
So that's why I really don't believe it can.
Hmm. I really, really appreciate that. Let me ask Miss Clinton. Hey, Miss Clinton.
Hey, Mr. Taylor. It took me a little while to get to my computer, but hey,
I'm glad you're there. Quick question. We're talking about peace. This is Youth Peace Center focus. Do you feel like there's peace within like the youth in your immediate, like not even circle, but just around you, maybe your peers in your neighborhood at school? And if there is not peace, hopefully it is. If it's not peace, where did it go wrong?
well, in my community, I do think, well, not my community per se, but like you said, like my group, I do think that there's peace. Because ain't no reason to hate, ain't no reason for nobody to not like each other, or nothing like that. Um, I'm cool with everybody that I talk to, and they cool with me. So, ain't nothing like that going on.
Man, that's very, very good. So when you guys hear the opportunity, and let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask Miss Jackson. Hey, Miss Jackson, I have a question for you. So when you hear people saying, hey, we want to promote peace in the community, we want to hear the voices of the youth and what they have to say, what would you tell them? Like these people who again are asking, hey, we want to know what's going on. We're not there. Give us your perspective. What would you tell them?
I'm a big firm believer in letting the youth go forward and hearing our voices. So I really appreciate people that give us that opportunity. Um, but I think I don't know. I feel like they would just have to hear the whole ugly truth. I wouldn't feel like we should have to sugarcoat anything. Like I know that some people see death or we see gangbang and all that stuff. So just painting the entire picture of everyday life for us, I guess.
Hmm. Does anybody else want to even answer that question, or just again, does same question to anybody at the end of the day if they want to expound on that? Like, what would you say to these people who again they say, hey, we want to hear your voice, you want to know what's going on, we want to know the plight of what you're going through and what it's like again, can anybody else be willing to volunteer and tell me what that was like? Because I can tell you what it was like for me, and that was years ago, but this ain't about me, this about y'all. I mean, action. Okay.
Um, and what was the question again?
Just pretty much, what would you say to people who are not living in these communities where they want to promote peace? What would you tell them to, again, get them to listen? Maybe you would suggest some fixes for them, or maybe you guys could do more of this, or maybe we don't get enough of this, or like anything. What would you say?
Um, it's just I feel like it's very like a interesting question, and I think it's very like I don't know to ask that question is like a paradox because it's like it's always gonna be everybody's always gonna be needing something, and I would say like we would have to ask more questions, and unfortunately that would take more time on that I guess,
Hmm.
but um I think it'd be first and foremost a learning experience and shit. I mean stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, it'd be a learning experience. So
Okay.
um for before I have to help, you have to learn. So
Okay. Hey, Miss Ross.
Yeah.
Promoting peace, what needs to be done to do so? Is it possible? Again, if anybody lives where we live in Chicago, they all they got to do is just turn on the TV and hear a whole bunch of despair and things like that. So what do you think would help?
To promote peace.
Yeah, within the communities.
In the community. Honestly, I would say to promote peace. Like just like everybody helping one another, you feel me? Because I feel like you feel me, like it's a lot of people who like discourage other people, like each other. Like it's not a lot of people who like uplift each other, you feel me? So it's like one person is always bringing down the next person. So I feel like if you take the time to actually help that person, to actually like not belittle that person, like help that person learn what's like from the mistakes or whatever, like that could help promote peace. Because like it's like you just can't knock what somebody's saying, because we all got a different opinion about something, you feel me? So it's just like I feel like if we take the time to actually help one another, that can be a huge step.
So that brings about another point, because you guys know, again, we've been, you know, doing our deliverables, coming up with the peace pledge. Um, what's a easy way that you think people could promote peace that people don't even realize or take the initiative to take? Just an easy way to promote peace or add peace. What's an easy way to do that?
A easier way than that.
Just easy way, period. I think it's a lot of
Period.
easy ways people just even in their everyday life could go about promoting peace, you know. And for me, I hope nobody thinks of this, but just to give you an answer, just by staying out the way, man, just minding your business, just keep it to yourself. You promote peace by
Oh
not
yeah,
wanting
facts.
to
Okay, now
involve yourself in everything. But
I feel you. If you just mind your own business, because like that too, you got a lot of people like who be like hopping into like stuff that ain't got nothing to do with them, and that can lead to another situation where you not even supposed to be, because now you didn't say something that wasn't supposed to be said. You feel me? So now it involves you just because you spoke of something that you wasn't supposed to speak on.
hmm. So with that being said, in our community specifically, do you guys think that it's more peaceful in other communities than it is your own? And if so, why do you think that's the reason? Why is there a gap between why is it peaceful right here and it's not peaceful over here?
Uh,
And that's for anybody. That ain't just for you, Ms. Ross. That's
I,
because I
but
want
I
this to
do
be
want
a
to say
dialogue.
something though.
Oh, I appreciate it. Go
Uh,
for it.
So I say it's like I want to say it's peaceful nowhere for real, for like in every part you gonna have, like in like every part of Chicago, like suburbs, or whatever the case may be. You can have some hit of violence, but like in the suburbs, it's a little bit more peaceful just because of the residents who live there. You feel me? It's not a lot of what they call, like what they would call us would be ghetto. You feel me? Like you don't have that over there. You have like people who like keep their houses up, people who like cut their lawns, people who you feel me, like take out the trash, stuff like that. You don't have a lot of loud music, you feel me? But over here, like over here, like where we stay at, it's not as peaceful just because we have that stuff, you feel me? Like we have like the loudness, the loud music, stuff like that, you feel me? Like people who just be outside just acting crazy.
So you think it's always going to be some bad apples at the end of the day that just, again, just want to add to the chaos no matter what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does everybody agree with that? Do you think that it's just some bad apples that no matter how much you want everything to be harmonious and chill, it's gonna be some people just here to create chaos?
I agree.
I agree, but I agree to a certain extent. I feel like it's not just like, they just want to be uh bad apples, or they want to be that type of person. I feel like it depends on the area. Like if they're used to being that way, and they're used to their neighborhood being loud and ghetto and stuff like that, then that's just how they're gonna be. They're not gonna change for any uh reorganization in the community, because like that's what they know and that's what they was brought up on. That's what feel like they should stick to. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing, but that's really how it is in Chicago. It's a lot of people who like team Chicago all day. Like they don't change for nothing, for nobody. And that's yeah, honestly, that's just how it is.
Okay, and I appreciate that. Before I get people's perspective on that, what I'm gonna do is, and what I should have done from the beginning, next time I call on you guys, just do it the first time, and I'll just get it that one time. But just let these people know your age, just so they can know again, these are really teens that's out here. I hope nobody's insecure about their age at that age, because that would be funny. But yeah, let's do this. Hey, Miss Janaya, I'll get a one word answer from you because I know you are quick and to the point. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you ever in person seen a gun?
Yeah.
How old are you, Miss Woods?
17.
Mr. Harris, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Have you ever seen a gun?
Uh-huh.
Was it legal?
The first time now.
Miss Jackson, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Have you ever seen a gun?
Yeah.
Uh, Legal one?
Um, yeah, I've seen both legal and illegal. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Mr. Blumenberg,
Yo,
have you ever seen a gun? And if so, was it legal or illegal?
it was illegal.
Well, it was illegal. That tell you what you need to know. Miss Ross, same question to you. How old are you?
I'm 21. About to be 22.
Uh-oh, what do you turn 22, Miss Ross?
February 8th. I just have to throw that in there.
It's out that because it's right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Have you ever seen a gun? And if so, was
I
it
have,
legal?
yeah.
Okay, so anybody can go and anybody can respond, but do we have a gun problem in Chicago? Everybody on the count of three, either yes or no. One, two, three.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it that every single one of you guys, and again, we're representing even for our ambassadors who couldn't be here. Why is it that every single one of y'all have seen a gun illegally at this age?
Oh,
Cause
that's you can go ahead. Go ahead.
my bad, but you ain't calling me. I'm 17, and I have seen a gun, illegal and legal.
I'm sorry
But
about that, Miss Clinton. Thank you.
it's okay. I don't mind it at all. But yes, I feel like we've all, every single one of us have seen one because like of the area that we grew up in. Like honestly, sometimes it's not like in a violent way. Like when it comes to like the legal thing, sometimes it's not violent, sometimes it is. Like sometimes you might see some individual walking around with a gun and you peep it, but you don't say nothing because like that's not your business. You don't want to start nothing with nobody. Like that's that. But like when it's violent, I'm not gonna speak for everybody else, but I have not seen anyone with the gun be violent with a gun. And that's just because like um my parents keep me out of the streets. Like I don't go outside a lot. So it's like I'm blessed to not have seen anything as violent as that. But honestly, it's I feel as if it's because of the areas that we're in. Because if you go out to a really nice area in Chicago, you're not gonna see no nobody slinging a gun and trying to be violent with people. Like you're not gonna see that. But
Mm.
in the hood, I'm not gonna say that's where I live, but in the hood, that's what you're gonna see, and that's gonna be normal. Like that's gonna be normal to a lot of people, and it's kind of normal for me because I ain't grow up exactly where I'm at now, but yeah, it's really normal to see.
So would everybody agree that now it's almost a sense of normality to like guns and gun violence in the neighborhood? On the count of
Yeah.
three. One, two, three, yes or no? One, two, three.
Yeah.
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 Who said no? I heard a no. Well, I heard a whole bunch of yeses. So, Miss Jackson, why do you say yes?
Well, for me, I didn't always live in Roseland. That's why I live now. We used to live in Inglewood, so during that time it was very violent per se. So seeing stuff like that, it was normal. Like we had just got accustomed to seeing and hearing that. So like it was people thought it was weird that we stopped like ducking or running or being afraid of it because we seen it so often. So yeah.
Hmm. Can I, and again, I really, really want to be quick because this is not about me, but I just watched this shooting, I think 3 days ago, right on the train station, right off of 55th and Wentworth. If anybody's familiar with the South Side, you know, it's a little shopping area. Checkers is over there. You just hear pop, 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 pop. You see everybody running from the train, running back towards they were running back east towards the checkers, hiding behind stuff. You see a guy hurry up, run back down the platform. Everybody in their cars got their hands on their foreheads like mine. They just like, they don't know what to do. With that being said, I don't want to ask this question, but again, you guys can be honest. You guys are old enough, if you will. Does anybody feel safe raising a child where they live currently? And if so,
No,
why? Not at all.
not at all. Nope.
Even with it being a 7, Mr. Harris?
Yeah, no. It's
Why
not.
not?
Um. Well, from a personal perspective, um, my people grew up in New York, so I was partly like, you know what I'm saying, raised over there. Um, and when I just come to Chicago, it's just a different type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to know what's in your pockets. Everybody's greedy. Everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the negative is normal when it doesn't have to be. And it's
Mm,
just like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody pressures everybody to be normal with the negativity. And then you have people that, you know what I'm saying, go against that. And then, you know what I'm saying, they get looked on as, you know, the unpopular weirdo, this, that, the next. But it's just like, you know, wanted to break free from this community that everybody's built on and stacking brick by brick, and everybody's a part of it. Is just like it's just unnecessary. It gets to a point where it's just unnecessary. I'm not gonna lie. So it's just
mm.
no, I wouldn't raise my kid over here because it's just, you know, it's yeah, it's just it gets cycled. It's a cycle, you know, so it gets recycled. So it's just I don't want to I wouldn't put my seed in there. So
Mm. Does anybody else not feel comfortable raising a child if you were to have one here?
I'm gonna say I Chicago is my home. Like, so it's like a if it's an iffy situation because like I grew up here, like I know the streets in and out. Like it's very everything is normal for me, but at the same time, like Elijah said, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like the negativity is very very normal, like very very normal, and I wouldn't want my child to grow up in a very negative place either. Not to say that anywhere else is positive, like, but I know Chicago isn't a place where I would want my children to grow up. I want to be somewhere like peaceful, Hawaii or something. I don't know, but if I were to choose, it would not be in Chicago.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing because again, I'm a little bit older than you guys. So, from a parent perspective, my oldest child now just started high school as a freshman. So again, I'm a little bit nervous about every interaction she has. You know, my son is right there after. So again, I'm just wishing for more peace in the community if it's possible. But I got one more question about the problem before we probably wrap up with solutions. So I have a question that you guys, I want you to answer on a count of 3, yes or no. So my question is, when you have things like social media, when you have like the influence of drill music, do you think that entertainment plays a big part in the relationship with peace in the community? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, definitely.
To an extent.
yeah,
Okay. I got a definitely and I got a to an extent. I want to get the to an extent first, and then I want to get the definitely. Miss Clinton, why did you say to an extent?
You said, why did I say to an extent?
Yeah.
Because, um, like I said before, like, well, are you talking about like with the situation with the children, like where I would raise my kids at, or something
Well,
else?
my question was, and the new question was, do you think that entertainment plays a part in peace in the community? Because again, you got, social media, you got entertainment like drill music, stuff like that. Like, do you think that that plays any kind of role into peace?
Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. Like, who we? I'm gonna just base it off. Well, I'm gonna base my explanation off of um people that I basically spend my life around, like at school.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, and I mean a lot. Majority of my school, a lot of people listen to Chicago drill. Everywhere I go, somebody listening to Chicago drill music, and you can tell that they listening to some real harsh stuff because they act like some real harsh people. Like it's not somebody that I would want to be around 24/7 because the way that they act. But it's like you can't base like your friends off of what or how they act. Like, well, you can, but I don't really judge people from their music choice because I know I listen to a lot of crazy stuff. But I do know, like, some of our artists from Chicago, like G Herbo, Lil Durk, Chief Keef. you know um they influenced a lot of kids, like with them being growing up in gangs and stuff in the area that they were around. People be like, I grew up in this part where they was at. Like, you don't want to mess with me. Like, like they want to base their lives off of somebody who already lived their life, already you know got to their goals and lived or living a good life with their goals. So it's like you can't. In my head, it's like you can't base yourself off of somebody who already made it. Like, you have to base yourself off of who you are. And
Can I
a
add
lot of
something?
people in Chicago is unoriginal. So yeah.
Oh, Miss Woods, please, do you know I value your opinion?
I was gonna say that, like, okay, since she said like to an extent, I agree to an extent because I mean I feel like people like me, I do listen to drill music, but that doesn't make me want to do that. And I know it's a lot of other people that's like listen to it, but don't feel the need to do what they say in the song. And like I feel like that's like asking. It's like this is a popular question that's asked is if violent video games or TV shows influence kids to act that way. And I feel like with that, it's even like, it doesn't. Like it's basically like it's kind of like if if you are easily influenced on little things, because I feel like you can play these video games, look at it, listen to whatever, and you don't have to react in that way.
Thank you for adding that. And I'm going to come right back to that because I can use that to also get some opinions because I know everybody may not feel that same way. I'm going to go down the line. Does everybody in the chat room listen to drill? Let's do this. Hey, Miss Jackson, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you have a favorite drill artist?
No, I don't really listen to it.
She doesn't. Mr. Harris, do you have a favorite drill artist?
I've been listening to a lot of like Duke Deuce, but I don't know if he drill for real. He make crank music, kind of
Yeah,
like. But I would say probably Chief Keef.
Chief Keef. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, I like that. And shout out to Dude Deuce. He down from Memphis. Miss Rose,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
do you have a favorite drill artist?
Oh yeah, but I got a couple of them though, honestly. Like,
Like who?
yeah.
Like who?
Oh, you want? Let me
We
see.
being
Let me
real.
see. Nah, because I don't think y'all probably know them though. But I listen to like it's
Put
somebody
us on.
called Sleepy Hollow, 22 G's, people like that. You feel me? Like they like
Okay.
underground artists.
Yeah, ain't really too underground. 22 G's out of New York. That ain't too
Uh,
underground.
you know, okay.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow, okay. Let me see who else is there. Miss
Oh,
Woods,
okay, check you out. You know this song.
whatever. Miss Woods, do you have a favorite drill artist?
Yeah, I got like a couple too.
Who?
We got Dirk, Herb, who else? Now, Young Pappy, if he was still alive, he'd definitely be number one.
Oh, what's Young Pappy
Yeah.
best song right now? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's a curse word in it.
Oh, I already know what you're talking about, but it should have been what you call it, either Finito or Shooters, but we'll
Yeah, I
let
was
you
gonna say
pass on them.
Finito.
Yeah.
Not Killer.
Oh yeah,
Decent.
you
Killer.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the video alone. Off the video alone, he should have won. That fit was legendary. That fit used
For
to be
sure.
in Jimmy Jazz for like a whole year. They used to have that
That's
thing on rotation. But thank you, Miss Woods, for adding that. Miss Clinton, you said you listened to some crazy stuff. I caught it. Who's your favorite drill artist?
Now I got a couple favorite drill artists, but my number one is always gonna be Keith. Like who can beat Keith? Nobody can beat Keith. I don't care what nobody
She
say.
gotta start some mess on here.
I
That's
don't care what nobody say.
No,
No.
she really, because I was just gonna say something, but I ain't even gonna get into it.
We're gonna have to save that for another podcast. We're gonna have to save it for another podcast. But shouts out to Sosa. I didn't know about that whole drill movement until I had kids in school and they were putting me on it. And I was like, oh my God, all these guns in the video. Old man, me was going crazy. Mr. Blumenberg.
Yo,
I knew I did it when he did it. That's how I'm so used to him doing it. Mr. Blumenberg, do you listen to any drill artists?
yeah.
Who's your favorite?
I say G Herbo or Sleepy Hollow.
Shouts out to Sleepy too. So we got 2 for Sleepy Hollow. Y'all like battle rappers too, huh? Okay. So with that being said, the reason why I'm asking this question is because I want to drill more on that point. See what I did there. Why is it that some of you guys can have like artists that talk about real street life, real maybe like you said, things they may have done in their past, allegedly. How come you guys can listen to that stuff? Some other peers listen to it and get influenced by it. Like Miss Wood said, hey, some people they literally make the choice. It comes down to a lot of people they make the choice to go down that route. Like, why is it y'all can listen to it, enjoy it for what it was, turn it off and go about y'all day, and some people go crazy on it?
Can I go?
Please do.
I say that I would say that it's how I'm raised, but some people can be raised really good and then still turn out a different way. But yeah, I can I listen to it and I can do good in school and get done, do what I gotta do. I don't know why, but it's just it just clicks to me. It's not the type of person I
am. Okay. Can anybody else speak to why they think that why you guys can listen to it and people like you in your friend group, I assume, can listen to it, why you guys don't get influenced by it?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna pass it. I was gonna say, I think some people know the reality of it. You feel me? And then some other people don't really know the reality for real. And then they get to that point and then like, oh, okay, well that's the reality. And then, what I'm saying? I feel like everybody go through it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like some people just kind of think that there's that's their life now. Like I don't know. Like I got a friend that's kind of like that. I don't know if it clicked for him yet. I'm not cool with him, but you know what I'm saying? It just I don't know. I don't think it was like from the outside looking in. I don't think it was like really clicking for him until like it got to a certain point. And the reality of what I'm saying. The reality looks a certain way until you actually live in it, and then now you gotta do these things and know these people and stuff like that by association. It's just a lot of stuff that comes with it. So that's what I was just gonna say.
Thank you for adding that, Ms. Ross. Why do you think some people actually gotta try to live out the lyrics when you could just enjoy it for entertainment?
I was gonna say I feel like just because some people is like with them is like, dang, please don't tell me you just forgot it. Nah, I was trying to remember. But now I feel like for like certain people it's just like like they think they think that it's cool. You feel me? Like they like okay, like they seeing famous people, you feel me, rapping about it, saying like they did this, they did that, and they just think it's cool. So that like they feel like they can just like do it too. You feel me? Like they just be out doing the same thing just because like they hearing it, listen to it like on the daily. It's like they want to live that lifestyle, like be that type of person. You feel me? Just to fit in. They want to fit it. Like really, that like that's the whole thing I'm trying to say. Like they just want to fit in.
They just want to fit in. Who would agree that more than any other reason, maybe parenting, maybe influence? And again, like I said, it's not just about the music, but do you guys think social media plays a part in peace in the community in any way, or has any relationship to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
To an extent.
Yes.
To an extent. Was that you, Ms. Jackson?
Yeah.
Break it down.
I feel like it can, because social media, it don't have to just promote bad things. Like we know, like with the music, that is one avenue where you see more so drugs and weed, guns, stuff like that. But you also can see more positive things. So I just feel like they focus on how you perceive peace to be and what you're looking for on social media.
It's all about your algorithm. You saying if you look enough foolishness, that's what's gonna come across it. Hey.
Yeah.
Who disagree and ain't scared to say I disagree to an extent? I'll even give you the cop out. You could be like, I disagree to an extent.
Could you repeat the question again one more time though? Oh,
Well, for the most
oh,
part, I was asking, the relationship between social media, if there is one,
hey.
and peace in the community. And Miss Jackson was like, to an extent, because at the end of the day, you can kind of control what vibes you let come across your timeline, if you will. Again, it's all algorithm based. So again, if you looking up good stuff or trying to focus on stuff that's maybe positive, motivational, inspirational, you ain't gonna see as much craziness. So is there a relationship between social media and peace in the community in your mind, Miss Ross?
I would say yeah. I would say yeah because like what you posting on social media and how you portray yourself on social media is like how people can like portray you like in the streets. You feel me? So it's like if you coming off like tough and hard on social media, you feel me? Like that's how people will come to you in real life. I feel like, you feel me? So I feel like they do kind of go hand in hand, just because like social media is like a big part, because everybody's on social media nowadays. You feel me? Like everything is being put on social media. Like that's just like I feel like for like our generation now, like social media is like a outlet. You feel me?
Well, I'll just say this really quickly because again, this is about you guys, but I'm so thankful I didn't grow up in the social media generation because everything happens on a public scale now. So now for me personally, and again, I don't want to talk over you guys. I swear I'm going to be quick, but even now when people have beef in the streets and somebody gets killed, the disrespect on social media, it feels like I'm living in a twilight zone and this was crazy. I seen a story about one dude with his girl, they was making out on his enemy's grave. I'm like, and it's just like, this is going too far. Like,
Hey.
like it's ridiculous. And again, this is a podcast, but again, like I said, we gonna have real talk. So
Holy
we've
snap.
Because
talked.
that's definitely true though. I agree with that.
So
People
it's just another world. So we've discussed the fact that you guys, like, even with Mr. Harris saying, hey, I feel like it's about a 7 with my neighborhood. And let's be clear, 7 ain't good. You should feel at least a 9 in your neighborhood. You would hope. But even with you guys saying, hey, I feel like a 7, man, there's so much stuff around. I've seen guns. It's almost normal. It's these type of influence. It may never be peace. At the end of the day, I wouldn't really want to raise my kids here. To wrap up this podcast for Youth Peace Center Roseland, I'm gonna literally go down the line who's in front of me, lined up on my screen, and I'm just gonna ask for just one small solution. Hopefully, if we get a variance of answers, that's the solutions we can pass along to people in the community. And again, people are going to watch this. We're going to post this on YouTube. They're going to promote it. And this is, again, you guys' chance to be heard and use your voice again. I know you guys hear those phrases, but you got to make them mean something. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, give me one solution, one thing we can do, one thing we can ask for to just better promote and bring about peace in the community.
I feel like we need to reestablish relationship. Our generation has none of that. We don't speak to people. We just barely know our neighbors. I know I don't know my neighbors. Whereas I feel like the generation before that, they had that sense of community and that sense of unitedness. And I feel like along the lines that got lost and that hope contributes to the lack of peace. So yeah.
Ooh, great answer. Mr. Harris, same question. Give me a solution for peace that somebody needs to hear. Your idea that you've been had.
I would say that to try to change what peace really means for the community, and just trying to get a public understanding about that. Um, I don't know anything like anything physical right now, but like definitely changing like what peace means. You know what I'm saying? Peace doesn't mean everybody has to like each other, but everybody got to know that everybody has to live and everybody, is going to live and has a chance to. And, you know what I'm saying? What that really means for, everybody individually, as a family, as a community, just, bet on top of that.
So you're just saying everybody, first of all, get on one accord on what peace is going to look like.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Hey, Mr. Blumenberg.
Yo.
Mr. Blumenberg, do me a favor. Give me one solution, something that somebody needs to hear that can help bring about peace in the community, man.
One thing I was thinking of, I said talking to others and try to open their minds to something other than violence and ignorance.
Do you mean like especially as a result of a conflict, finding ways to work it out healthily?
Yeah, but at the same time, if it can't be helped, then you gotta step out the way.
I like that. And like you said, don't bring super weapons and everything. I think is what you get at, man.
Or like just give people, I don't know, like it was something called the guns down, gloves up. Have you ever heard of that?
I have actually. I absolutely have.
Something like that. I think that can help a lot.
So just finding, like you say, finding the right ways to handle our conflict at the end of the day. Because I think at the end of the day, what you're getting at, I don't want to over confuse it for you, but you're just like, hey, everything don't have to end in bloodshed and death. Is basically what you're getting at, man. So
Yeah.
with that being said, hey, Miss Woods,
Yeah.
I need your answer now. I want to hear it. Give me one solution for peace.
Uh, I guess I'll just say being nice, but I just say that, we can list all these solutions, but they don't mean it's gonna actually happen.
Well, again, so you're just saying just start as a human being nice to people. Well, I take that. Hey, I guess it's all about treating people how you want to be treated. Miss Clinton, I'm coming to you.
Hey, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you for all of your great participation. Go ahead and bring it on home. We need a solution for peace.
I think my solution for peace would be the first thing. I would say to, like Janai said, I want to piggyback off Janai said, treat people how you want to be treated. That's how I was raised by my grandma.
Mm.
Treat people how you want to be treated. Like you never know what somebody could be going through. Like you could meet somebody on the street and they could, be having a bad day, and all you could say is like, hi, good morning, and that could brighten anybody's day. So
Mm.
I think a start would be to treat people how they want to be treated.
There you go. Yeah, they made a song about treating people is how you supposed to want to be treated, and they called it respect. Aretha Franklin, RESPECT. That's what it comes down to. Just having respect for others and yourself. Start with Miss Ross. Give me a solution for peace. I know you got one.
My solution would be like what I said earlier, be just helping and connecting. You feel me? Like if you take the time to help somebody, connect with somebody, you feel me? Like that can be just a one simple, easy way to promote peace. You feel me? Between each other, like it can be like relationships, friendships, friends, family. You feel me? If you just start by trying to like then what I was gonna say, I just like I was at an exam in my head. It's like if you take the time out to just actually like listen to, you feel me, listen to one another, like that can be like to promote peace. Like it just like that's just a simple, easy way. Like you because like to promote peace, you don't need like no hard solution. Like it ain't gotta be like something totally off the wall. It can just start with something simple that can be helping and connecting. You feel me? Like taking the time to actually feel compassionate, empty. You feel me? Like just feel what another person's going through. You feel me?
Well, I appreciate that. And not only did you add your own, but that's also piggybacking off what Miss Jackson said. That, getting back to having a sense of community at the end of the day. At some point, I don't know it, but it sounds like you guys feel like that was lost a lot of you. And at the end of the day, everybody wants solutions to a question that hasn't been answered before us, but we hoping it gets answered after us. If something, again, this ain't about me, but I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in. Something I would love to see is more resources dedicated to mental health services in the community. There's a lot of people struggling with battles that they don't talk about, and again, they bubble to the surface at the wrong time. And God forbid they got a weapon when they provoke, then you're quicker to reach for it. So again, it's so many things that we can say. And the problem is you got people like Miss Woods say, hey, we could say all this, but it ain't gonna happen. We got to find a way to change that, and we got to put the pressure on whoever them is to change it. They say, hey, what do y'all want to do? We say this is what we think could help. This is what needs to happen. We record this podcast. Hopefully people watch it, get some good information from it, especially the decision makers who want to find ways to help if they don't know how. But with that being said, I want to thank all of you guys for your transparency, your honesty, your participation, your thoughts. And with that being said, this podcast for YPC Roseland, we are going to sign off on for today, but we all want peace in the community. So look out for our peace pledges. Peace.